Wow. Interesting first half. I wonder if we could try to catch Coach Medlin. What do you think? Try to grab him?
Well, only 5 seconds. We'll catch him in the game because hopefully they can turn this game around. And these kind of matchup is hard to...
You don't want to try to grab interviews.
Yeah.
High school coaches are different than college coaches where they have to meet media obligations. But in this case, we encourage it, but they don't have to.
Yeah, so we're...
Thank you to Marlon Lee, by the way.
Absolutely.
I appreciate his stature of saying, hey, it's not just that mistake that cost us the game.
So, I mean, if knowing Coach Medlin, again, we played for Coach Medlin, or I played for Coach Medlin back when I was in high school here at Clayton High School, and knowing what he said to me back then is to continue pushing hard. You're here. You've already proven that you can play with these guys.
Right.
But you have to, going forward, you have to do it just a little bit more to make it count. So,
we're set.
Comets here, or game action right now.
We're set now for the second half of play as it's going to be Ross. Ross will hand it off again to Bryant. Bryant goes inside the paint, going up for two. Missed shot goes on, and Comets, so no points. Rebound goes to the Trojans. Is up the power in the middle, goes for two. And the layup is Shannon Jackson.
Stuff like that is way too easy.
You can't do that. Like you said, yes. Shamon Jackson with an easy two, as now you got the power going on here between these guys. Going for three was Bryant. Bryant back to Bell. Then he got it back again to Ross. And now the Comets still hold on. Bryant goes inside the paint, lose it, take away. Trojans recover. Trojans right down the middle. Hands it off now to number 15 of Johnson. Johnson now gets it back inside to Andrews. Andrews now back to Johnson again for three. Bounces off the rim, no good. Recovery for the Comets of Crumpler. Senior Crumpler for Clayton goes on, gets to recover, and we got a timeout.
And Coach Medley wanted a timeout about 10 seconds before he finally got it. The referee wasn't playing or paying attention to Coach Medlin. And so he's pretty upset with the referees right now for sure.
Yeah. I think it goes without question, definitely. 7:05 in the third period as Garner Trojans at home here at Trojan Stadium are leading the way, 47-31. Up by, I believe it's 16. 16-point game. Clayton coach Denny Medlin trying to tell these guys to hang with them. Do what you got to do. First warning being given to both coaches.
7:05 here in the second quarter. We're going to have a good matchup right here in the second half because we're knowing what we know from Coach Medlin. He's going to continue having these guys play. But on the other hand, also the Trojans are here to play as well.
That's right.
In their first game of the season, they're coming out firing already.
Ready for the resumption of the game here. As again, Clayton is down by 16. Ross or Bell back to Ross. Ross back to Bryant. Goes back to Bell. Bell now to Ross. Ross will get it back inside the 24 of Walden. Walden trying to go for two. He got slammed.
I'm not sure how that was not a foul.
No, how there was a foul not called on that one. I agree with you, brother. As now again the Trojans bring it back up court again. Crumpler with a takeaway. Crumpler with a takeaway for the Comets, trying to get something started offensively. Walden back up court. Hands it now back to Ross. Ross now back to Crumpler one more time. Now back to Walden. Now back to Ross. Ross jukes, jives, hands it to Bryant. Bryant for three! No good. It's out of no shot there, and the Trojans are going to get the recovery.
And picked up number 15, goes all the way down by himself.
Johnson
and
the
the
rebound.
Trojans
Yes,
Towns gets his own offensive rebound, puts it up, and it's good. That is number 50, Towns.
Shamon Jackson, they're going to give him the 2 points. Shamon Jackson, number 32, really? They're saying he got the 2 points. So a good help there by between those two players of the Trojans, the Towns and Jackson. But going for three, no good. And the Comets trying to go for three, bounced out the rim by Ross, and now the Trojans will get it back again. The ball goes out of bounds, and the Trojans will recover.
Good hustle play by Carson Crumpler, the senior, for the Comets. Man, he started here, made a nice little defensive play, ran all the way down the center of the court to tip that ball for the Trojans to take it on the behind the scoreboard.
Trojans will bring it back and play again way to midcourt, handing off to number 32 of Shamon Jackson. Jackson now hands it back off to John Anthony Johnson. Johnson, the senior guard, under pressure now by the defense of Justin Bell. Now he'll hand it back off to number 10 of Andrews. Andrews now inside to Towns. Towns under pressure, the big man. Look at him go, and there's a foul.
Crumpler.
I want to say it's on number 24. Push on number 24, Cameron Walden. So the foul's on 24, Cameron Walden.
That's his first tonight.
Yes, it is.
He was going again. Once again, the big man in Towns, number 50.
Only player in foul trouble on both sides of the ball. Number 11, Amari Bryant for the Comets, and number 34 for the Trojans of Chris Nobles. And this will bring number 50, Mekhi Towns, to the line, the forward junior at 6'5", 225. Like you said, yeah, right.
Yeah.
The weight max is 225. He might be bigger than that. The big man, Mekhi Towns, shoots. First one's no good. Up for another shot. He'll miss it. Rebound. Going back to Comets. No, Trojans get the rebound back. And Towns on his own rebound after his foul shots. He'll shoot again, and he'll get the basket. There's a travel call. No basket on Mekhi Towns. It's a travel call, and the Comets will get the ball. Bringing it inbounds is going to be Cameron Walden, the senior guard for the Comets. He'll hand it back off again to Bell. Bell back to 24 of Walden. Bell and Walden. Now he'll get it back to Crumpler. Crumpler now back inside for three deep. It's good. 3-point shot, Jaquan Ross. Jaquan Ross, the junior 6-footer safety guard, or strong guard, puts in for three. They're down by 16, but just as fast as Clayton scores, another 2-point shot by Chris Nobles. Nobles goes to 2-point shot of the Comets. Again, are down by, 18 points. Here comes a shot.
Nice
block. Nice block by the Comets there. Nice block by number 24 of Walden, and a slam. 34, Chris Nobles returns the favor and does a slam dunk.
8 points for Mr. Chris Nobles after he blocked the pass and was rewarded with a slam down.
20 points down, Clayton. 54-34. The first momentum defense problem that Clayton's had all season.
Crumpler playing extremely tough down low, going against two different men, and it's going to be off against the number 50 Towns, so the Comets will take control.
Players coming in, 34, Chris Nobles, number 43 of Asa White, and 45, Shanique Harris. Back into play, Comets with the ball, Justin Bell. Bell will get it back to Javante Long. Long will go inside the crease and get it back to Crumpler. Crumpler on his own brings it up to Ross. Ross going for three. Nails it! Ross for three, and it's good. The junior, 6 foot. It's makes it a 3-point shot there, and it's 54-37. Trying to climb out of the deficit of where they were down.
18 points for Jaquan Ross this evening here in the third quarter.
Chris Nobles. Again, playing defense. He's got the ball for the Trojans. Nobles gets it back inside to Harris. Now back to Nobles again. Slings it around back to Andrews, and a block
by Crumpler, the senior.
Substitutions are coming in. Number 21 for the Trojans is going to be Anthony Daniels, the guard. And number 14, Emmanuel Johnston, the junior for the Comets. Center is coming in the game now. 3:43 in the third. 54, Garner, 37, Clayton. Tough break here. Here comes Andrews. Andrews hits it back again to Johnston. Good defensive work by Long. Defense work by Crumpler as well. They go inside in the paint.
Good defense by Comets right now.
Yes, trying their best. They are for three. Going for three. It's no good. Bounces off the rim. The rebound, though, comes back. Going for two. Bounces off the rim. No good, but they get the rebound for the third time in a row. John Anthony Johnston. And now the Comets fight for it. Look out. Out of bounds. It's on the Comets. They'll get the ball back.
Anthony Johnson was huge down low for the Trojans right there. Missed the free throw.
Javante Long back to Walden. Long to Walden. Back to there. Going inside to Crumpler. Crumpler now back inside to Bell. Back to Long again. Long back to Bell. Bell going inside. He'll hand it off now to 24 Walden. Walden back to Ross. Then he goes back to Long. Long goes inside for two.
Nice.
It's good.
Beautiful.
For the Comets.
That was a
54-39. Comets are trying to get out of the cellar.
They moved the ball extremely well there.
Nice move by Clayton. The Trojans now under pressure. 21 back to the number 10. 10 again is going to be Andrews. Andrews with the shot. Defensive stop made by the Comets and Bell. Bell gets it back. Bell up court. He's at midcourt now. Oh, he got bounced and touched by the Garner player. It's out of bounds, and Clayton will recover.
Johnson is all over the place for the Trojan. He goes out, takes a little breather.
Number 40 coming into the game now for the Trojans. That's going to be Christian Little and number 22 of Darren Negma. Back to play now. 2:25 in. Ball's out of bounds, I believe. No foul.
No, it's out of bounds. It's kicked off by number 43 in white.
That's right. 2:26 in the third, and Long gets it back to play from the Inbounds by Bell. Bell back to Ross. Ross under pressure. Defensive man on the Trojans trying to stop him. There's a foul and a push on 21. That's his first. Number 21, Anthony Daniels. That's his first, the guard junior. And it'll bring the ball back in bounds for the Comets as Javante Long will hand it back to number 24 of Walden. Walden sets it up. He'll hand it back off to Ross. Ross will get it back to Bell. Bell
almost banked it in.
Ross to Bell. No good. And back Long out of bounds. Comets get it back.
It almost touched the Raptors there, Wesley, on that throw.
The air up there, as they say. Yes, sir. Football's over long time ago. Clayton now. 2:03 in the third. Back in play is Walden. Walden gets it back to Javante Long. And a steal.
Take it away.
A steal. Number 45, Jaquan Harris. Jaquan Harris, 45 with a steal and a 2-point shot. And we got out of bounds. Comets will recover. 1:48 in the third. Well, this is our house. The Trojans home crowd is yelling. 1:47. Clock rolls on in.
Justin Bell went up for a slam, but he was blocked. Fortunately, good for him. He didn't come down hard.
Javante Long. Long will get it back again to Ross. Ross, and there goes Bell going for three. Couldn't get it.
And he was fouled by number 20, Javante Long, to stop the aggressive offense here for the Trojans.
Foul on number 20, Javante Long. Number 4 is coming in the game now. Elijah Barber, the junior 5'9" point guard's coming in, and Long's coming out. Long with a foul on him, 56-39. And the ball goes back into play again now. Well, number 20, Devon Dunn, getting it back to 44 of Bennett for the Trojans. On his own, Bennett hands it back off to 43 of White, Asa White. He gets it. Asa White going for two. 1:25 in the third. Power minimum coming up. Here comes Bell. Bell under pressure. Getting the recovers Barber. Barber now gets it back to Ross on the inside. Ross goes inside to the other end of the court. He'll get it back into Crumpler to Walden. Walden back to Bell. Bell back to Barber. Barber now back to Ross. Jaquan Ross, he's had a couple of field goals. He'll throw it back into Justin Bell. Bell goes inside on his own.
Blocked.
Under pressure, blocked. Here comes 14 for the rebound. Blocked.
2 blocks in a row.
And I was thinking there should have been fouls called, but there wasn't.
I think Coach Mellon thought that too.
And out of bounds, and got a penalty coming up, I believe, against Garner.
It's going to be against Clayton.
It's going to be against Clayton, yeah. Well, no foul. They're not calling any foul. Garner will get the ball back. Number 25 in the game, Donovan Brown, the Ford senior for the Trojans coming in. Number 25, Donovan Brown. Also trying to come in the game is number 12 of Colton Scott, the junior for the Comets, but he'll have to wait for a minute. We're just under a minute to play in the third for three. Bounces off the rim, no good. Comets on the rebound. Number 24, Cameron Walden, brings him back up court. Under 43 seconds left to go in play. Clock ticking away. Comets, 39, going for three, and the rebound goes back to Walden. Rebound. Walden back to Bell. Bell for three, no good. Barber with the rebound. 3 times the charm. Will they make it work?
28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Justin Bell looks like he's going to have the last shot.
Bell and Barber. Barber sets it up now. Barber under pressure. He'll hand it back to Bell. Under 18 seconds to play in the third. Bell with pressure by 21 of Daniels. And he'll throw it away and give it back to Garner.
And just an erratic play. Hit one of the cheerleaders. Good thing she's laughing. Hit her in the chest, so that's all right. But Justin Bell throws it away. And
who says those cheerleaders ain't tough?
That's right. Scott, the sharpshooter for the Comets, coming back in the ball game.
Back into play. Final 10 seconds of the third. 44, Sean Bennett. Bennett gets it back. Ball lost. Comets get it back. No, they don't.
4 seconds left.
10 of Andrews going for the shot. No good. And there's the horn. That'll do it for the third.
19-point ball game here, going into 8 minutes left in this ball game.
Well, what do you think?
It's fun. It's fun. for a second they were down by 11, so they got it all the way down to 11 because they were moving